Welcome back to our YouTube channel Aman Codes. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about the second looping statement, that is for loop or for else loop. So in previous episode, we are discussed about while loop or while else loop, right? So this is the looping technique which we are using in looping statements, right? So let's see the other statement, that is for loop or for else loop. The first syntax is going to be like this. For variable name in iterable object, indentation symbol. After that, we have to provide one tab space. After the tab space, we have to declare indentation block of statements. So come here. For is a keyword. You have to mention here variable name. After that, in is also a keyword. Here, iterable object. So we have already discussed about iterable objects and non-iterable objects. If you are interested to watch that episode, I'm going to tag that video in iCard. You can watch from there. So the iterable objects are like, it can be sequence category data types, it can be list category data types, it can be set category data types, it can be dict category data types, right? This is about first line in for loop syntax. For and in is a keyword. We have to declare variable name and we have to declare iterable object. So after that, we have to mention indentation symbol, right? So then indentation block of statements we have to mention here. After that, we have to mention other statements which are present in the program. So let's see the syntax number 2. After that, we are going to discuss the flow. So for variable name in iterable object, same to same what we are discussed in syntax number 1. For and in are the keywords. We have to declare some variable name. So iterable object. After that, indentation symbol. Then we have to give one tab space. After that tab space, we have to mention indentation block of statements. This part is the same from syntax number 1. Here we are getting this else block. See here. So as name suggests that for loop or for else loop, right? So we are seeing for loop syntax. So if we use else, then the syntax like this. So this is same. After that, so else indentation symbol. After that, one tab space should be provided. After that tab space, we have to declare else block of statements. After this else block, we have to declare other statements which are present in the program. So this is a syntax for else loop. So try to understand the flow of for loop. Whatever the elements that are present in the iterable object, one by one element is going to kept in variable name. So this variable name holds one element at one time. So that element is going to take inside this indentation block of statements. It executes, and after that it is going to take, so after execution of indentation block of statements, it is going to select another value from this iterable object. So that another value is going to placed in this variable name, and it is going to execute this indentation block. After that, it is going to come here iterable object. In that, it is going to select another value, and that another value is going to placed in this variable name, that is going to be executed. So this process is repeating until the iterable objects elements are completed. So suppose, see here, iterable object is listed. 10 comma 20 values are present. So for first iteration, it is going to take 10, and for the second iteration, it is going to take 20. Up to the last element of this list, it is going to repeat the loop. So whenever the list is completed, then it is going to stop execution of the loop, and it is going to come out from the loop, and it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program. Whenever the values of iterable objects are completed, then it is going to stop the loop and executes other statements which are present in the program. So this is the flow of for loop. Let's see the flow of second syntax. The second syntax is like this, right? It will select one element and going to place in variable name, and it is going to execute indentation block of statement. This process is going to be continue. All elements of this iterable object is going to be completed. When the all elements of this iterable object is going to be completed, so then the flow is going to be come out from the for loop, and it is going to execute the else block of that for loop. So it is going to execute else. So else indentation symbol, after that tab space and else block. So after the execution of a for loop, it is going to execute else block of statement, and after this else block of statement, it is going to execute other statements which are present in the program. So this is a flow of for else loop. Explanation of this for else loop. So explanation here, for, in and else are the keywords. So here iterable object can be a sequence category data type, list category data type, set category data type, and dict category data type. So in sequence, bytes, byte array, range str, in list tuple, in set frozen set, dict is dict. So we already discussed about this all data types, right? So if you want to go through it, I'm going to mention in the icon, you can watch from there. Iterable object can be this type of data types only. So the execution process of a for loop is that each element of iterable object is going to selected, placed in variable name and executes indentation block of statement. This process is going to be repeated until all elements of iterable objects are completed. What I said here, the same thing, right? It is going to select one value from iterable object and place in variable name and executes indentation block of statements. This process is going to be continue until the iterable object all elements are completed. That is the point we are declared here, right? So see, when all elements of iterable object completed, then pvm come out of for loop and executes else block of statements which are written under else block. So writing else block is optional, right? So if we want to write else block, we can use this second syntax. If we don't want to write else block, then use syntax number 1. So this is all about explanation, flow, and syntax of this for loop or for else loop. Now I'm going to explain one practical example. See here. So now I'm going to create a new file for else loop example. See here. In yesterday's episode, we are did this while else loop program, right? So same example I'm going to take in for loop. See here. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to place here. So in previous episode, we have used this while, right? So now we are going to use with for input enter how many numbers want to generate. So the numbers must and should positive, right? So it is going to place D in n. If n less than or equals to 0, then invalid input. If a number given by the end user is negative, then it is an invalid input. So if is going to be false, then else is going to be executed, right? The decoration in line is going to be print here. So numbers within, so if user entered the 10, the numbers within 10 is going to be get as an output. So see here, we are declared initialization part and we are declared conditional part. We are declared updation part, right? Now we are going to use like this. So see here, for variable name we have to take, right? Now I'm going to take variable name like I. I is our variable name. So for I in range of I'm going to take. So see here, come to the syntax for variable name in iterable objects. So iterable object should be a type of sequence or list or set or dict. So in sequence, we have range type. That is the reason I have to an iterable object of data type range. See here, I'm directly declaring from 1 to n plus 1. So wait a minute, I'm going to explain what is going on here. Here, for in else is a keyword. Here I is an variable name. This is going to be an iterable object. So I directly declare that data type, right? This is an initialization part in for loop. We are initialized a value with 1. And this is an conditional part in the sense where to stop. We are already completed this range type data type in previous episodes. If you are interested, I'm going to keep that video in iCards. You can watch from there. Update is going to done by this range data type. The range is going to generate the sequence like this. 1 comma 2 comma so on n minus 1 is going to take in. So here we got plus 1, right? Here we declared n plus 1. N plus 1 minus 1 is going to be cancelled. So from 1 to n it is going to generate. So for first iteration 1 is going to placed in this I and then executing this block of statements. Here we are declared print of I. So in output window I is going to print like this. So next it is going to come here iterable object. Here the next value is going to be selected and that next value is going to placed in this variable name called I, and it is going to execute this block of statement. Then 2 is going to be executed. So user entered n value is equals to 3. Then after that we are have 3 value. So this 3 value is going to be selected and it going to be placed in our variable name, and it is going to be executed this indentation block of statements. Then the output is going to be 3. After that it is going to come here iterable object. So the elements that are present in the iterable objects all are completed. Then it is going to come to else block. In this else block we are declared what? We declared just one line, right? So one line we are declared. So that line is going to be executed. See, like this one line is going to be printed. After executing this else block, it is going to execute other statements that are present in the program. So the other statement is thank you for using this program. Thank you for using this program is going to be come here. So this is the flow of for else loop. Now I am executing this program. So it is going to ask enter how many numbers want to generate. I am entering 3. See here, numbers within 3 we got, 1, 2, 3 we got, after that one line we got, after that thank you for using the program we got, right? So see here, it is going to come here, take the input, and if is false, execute else block. In the else block, so after these 3 lines, for loop is going to be executed. After executing the for loop, else is going to be executed, right? So that is the reason we got output this line, right? So we declare that line in else block. After that else block, other statements has been executed. Thank you for using the program is another statement in our program. So this is all about for else loop. So if I try to execute again, and if I try to execute minus 78, it is going to be invalid input. Other statements that are present in the program. That is thank you for using the program, right? This is one program. Try to understand this other program I'm going to execute. Now I'm going to create one new file that is like this. Example2.py. So I'm going to consider same this example only. So the small change is going to be happen. See here, example2.py. So now we want to generate like this, n to 1. So in previous example, we are generated the sequence from 1 to n, right? Now we have to do n to 1. So enter how many numbers want to generated. So n is going to be taken from the input, n less than 0 invalid, no negative numbers, only positive numbers. Then else block is going to be executed. See here, like this we have to write. So here I'm going to update that statement like this. Numbers from user entered value to 1. I'm going to declare like this. Okay. So here I'm going to change these conditions like this. So from user entered values to, see here, I'm going to declare the step value as -1. So if we declare -1, it is going to take from reverse. Here I mentioned n comma 0 comma -1. So it is going to generate the values like this. See here, from n to 1, it is going to be generated. So the first n value is going to kept in I, it is going to execute it. Then output is going to come like this n. So in the place of n, user entered 3. So here it is going to be 3. So next, after executing this, it is going to select another value. So 3, 2, 1. The range has been initiated. So after this 3, 2 is going to be selected and placed in I. I is going to be executed. 2 is going to be output, right? So 2 is going to be output. Next, after that, 1 is going to be selected and placed in I and executed. 1 is going to be output. After this for block, it is going to execute else. So one line is going to be print. After that, other statements. Thanks for using the program is going to be get an output. See here, I'm going to execute this program. So here in this place, I'm going to enter 3. We got 3, 2, 1 as a sequence. After that, else block has been executed. After that, thank you for using the program. We got an output, right? So not only that 3, if I entered like this, 10, the 10 number sequence is executed. From 10 to 1 is going to be generated, right? So this is about for else loop. So that's all for today's episode. In today's episode, we are discussed about for else loop. So I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Aman Codes. Thank you so much for watching.